City News on TV Rotorua is proudly brought to you by Trade Central.
Good evening, Rotorua. Tonight on City News, TV Rotorua will cease broadcasting from midnight tonight. We meet More FM's new breakfast crew, and police support youth services at Roto Vegas Gym with a Fight Night fundraiser. TV Rotorua will cease broadcasting from midnight tonight due to ongoing challenges in raising sufficient local commercial funding. Trustee and CEO Daryl Anderson says viewer support for Rotorua's community TV channel, which began in 2007, has been fantastic, but technology and viewing habits are continually changing for many parts of the community.
It's been a really challenging journey over the 15 years, and it's nothing to do with technology in terms of the challenge. It's not to do with staff, not to do with relationships in the community, like with government and local bodies. It's simply to do with finances always. It's been like, this wasn't a business that you start up to think, right, you know, I found the thing where the pot of gold's at the end. This was very much a service. And so when you're doing a service, then you're relying on individuals, on donors, on like trust bodies, on governments to all participate and play their role in providing that service. So we were just fronting it up. So that's been the challenge, over those years.
More from Daryl Anderson and station manager Wayne Douglas later in the show. The new More FM breakfast crew hit our airwaves this week. Justin Evans and Renee Pink are the new team that's vowing more local voices and community news on the breakfast show.
We are new to the city and the community, but we cannot wait to look after all of you.
Beautiful.
No pressure. Big shoes to fill.
Big shoes to fill.
Gee.
I'm sure we'll be okay.
So what are your plans for the next few years?
Next few years, just look, we can't wait to just be a big part of the city and get in amongst it. There's so many things to do. We're from Palmerston North. I mean, it is my hometown. I don't want to diss Palmerston North, but there's not too many things to do in Palmerston North. So we just want to get in amongst it. We want the show to be all about the people of the community, and so we're looking to get as many voices on air as possible.
Oh, wonderful.
And it's great to come to a place that lots of people come and visit as well. So there's always new faces around, and we can't wait to get to know everyone who's from Rotorua and who's also not from here.
In sport tonight, Bay of Plenty Police are taking on a Fight Night challenge with the aim of helping the Roto Vegas Gym's youth programs. Rotorua Constable Salilo Levi says getting support for the Station of Origin Fight Night has been easy, as the fundraising event is for a good cause.
Together with Roto Vegas Boxing Gym, it's all about putting back towards the kids, and now they run successful kids programs in which where they take in groups of kids and then identify kids, that they could train further into the nationals and what have you. So, as police folk, we're always keen on fitness. We're always keen on helping out in the community and that sort of stuff. And hence, I thought it was be a great way of giving back. Especially with Roto Vegas Boxing.
To weather update now. Tonight looking fine with gusty southwest easing and an overnight low of 1. Still to come in tonight's final program, we talk with trustee and CEO Daryl Anderson about the close down of TV Rotorua. Manager Wayne Douglas reflects on his time at the station, and we have comments from the community as well as the City News team farewell. That's all still to come in tonight's show.
Kia ora Rotorua, thank you very much for joining us once again, and it's my pleasure now to introduce you to the man behind the scenes, the visionary, the person who started it all. We've got Daryl Anderson. Daryl, thank you very much for joining us today, and it's a pleasure as always to have you here.
Thanks, Mel.
Now, Daryl, back before 2006, because I know that's when it did start, TV Rotorua was birthed into our community. What was the vision that you had?
All right. Back when I was dairy farming in 2000 or just 1999, essentially I had little kids, and essentially they were watching, wanting to watch TV, and I was just sick of saying, no, you're not watching that rubbish, And it got to the point where it's like, there must be something I can do that's positive. I mean, I wasn't aware of regional TV or anything along those lines at that point. I just wanted to do something positive. Instead of joining the brigade of complainers, like, there must be something we can do. And so that was the birth of the vision of, like, let's do something that was family friendly, so that anyone in the family could watch the TV. And then, of course, we're in a community, so it's like, well, let's do it for the community as well. And so that was the birth, really, of that community vision. And that was back in 2000. That was back in Matamata. So we just had a little channel serving Matamata, essentially. And then it grew, and the infrastructure grew, and an opportunity came up to purchase a tourism channel, or the tourism channel in Rotorua. And so we did that as an expansion, if you like. And as soon as we were down here doing tourism, it was like, well, why aren't we serving the community of Rotorua as well, as in the public and not the tourists? And so that was really the birth of TV Rotorua. It was like, well, let's duplicate what we do, make it independent, so it's just for Rotorua, it's about Rotorua, it's got Rotorua staff, keep the infrastructure as a mothership type of thing, so we're not duplicating everything, but make the content independent down here. And so 2006 came along. I remember travelling to Rotorua, and I just fell in love again with the city. I went to school here at Rotorua Boys High, then we moved away. And when I came back in that time around 2006, it was like, I really do love the city. I really want to serve it.
Now let's look at that, really. Dairy farmer to CEO of television station. Yeah. Hugely ambitious. Was it an easy task?
No, it hasn't. It's been a really challenging journey over the 15 years, and it's nothing to do with technology in terms of the challenge. It's not to do with staff, not to do with relationships in the community, like with government and local bodies. It's simply to do with finances always. It's been like, this wasn't a business that you start up to think, right, I found the thing where the pot of gold's at the end. This was very much a service. And so when you're doing a service, then you're relying on individuals, on donors, on trust bodies, on government, to all participate and play their role in providing that service. So we were just fronting it up. So that's been the challenge, over those years.
So who do we think? Who has been backing us along the way?
So, I mean, locally, there's local trusts like Rotorua Charitable Trust, yes, and others. You've got to be careful starting to name some because you might miss some, but largely it's been backed independently outside of Rotorua by a dairy farming friend and friends and different backers from outside of here who understand the entire vision. So it was really about TV Central, TV Rotorua, and they backed the whole collective of those two stations and saying, look, we really want to serve these communities well. And that's been obviously part of the issue, is like raising local funding, independent. But my belief is really it becomes a government responsibility through New Zealand On Air, their funding body. There's a lot of money put into television to get New Zealand on air, just not enough on a regional level to ensure that we get a local voice as part of that. Content generation is the biggest part of it. As you know, as a news producer and news presenter, getting out in the marketplace and generating that content is number one. You can then disperse it in many different ways, but if you can't pay for that generation in the first place, that's the difficulty. So what happens is you get less local content, coming out of Rotorua, and Rotorua is provided with more national and international content. So that's sad, but the future will continue to change, and I think there'll be a lot more, independent journalists, if you like, with their phones and taking shots of stuff and sending them places where people can access them, and so it'll be a lot more less structured, I guess you'd call it, than what it is currently. And so do you see that being the future for local content then? Yeah, definitely, I really believe that the need of a structure like this, and I think that, New Zealand On Air had a role in making sure that there were some structures in terms of content generation, but without that it's going to be a lot looser, I guess, and so you're going to have to pick and choose, what you trust and what you don't trust, and all of that side of thing. It's going to be a lot more difficult to go to one place. You're going to go to many places to find out about stuff, So, and you'll begin to have some favourite places, I guess. And so, it's certainly going to be different. But the future is still about screens. TV, as we know it, the screen is what the future is. Whether that's a mobile screen, a phone screen, an iPad screen, or a screen in your home. The challenge is, how do we get content about Rotorua up on that screen? Correct. Now, so you've gone dairy farmer, CEO for television. What next? Yeah, for myself, I don't know. Not really. Haven't even thought of that at this stage. Yeah, the most important thing to me is ensuring that the staff are redeployed in areas best suited to their skills, and that we finish well what we did. And I'm wrapped with the service that we've provided over those years. We've done really well the small resources we've had. I'd love to see a collective of some sort in Rotorua possibly doing some local content, maybe even from these studios here in Rotorua. But for myself, I'll just have to finish well what we've started first, wrap it up well, and then I'm sure some doors will open. I don't know what those are, Mel.
Absolutely. But look, just from me to you, thank you very much for the opportunity, and it's been a real pleasure to be able to come on board and grow with TV Rotorua. Even though it was a short time, there's still a lot of growing that I did personally, so I'd like to thank you for that.
Well, thank you, Mel, and I'd like to honour the management and staff here. They've independently gone out and created a great product day after day after day, month and year on, and then thanking the viewers, those that have been loyal to us, and those that when we ring them up for a news story that they yep come on down, like they've been open to TV Rotorua going into places, thanking our sponsors, and our funders. And thanking God, we're created here, so it's awesome.
Beautiful. Thank you very much for your time. It's been a pleasure.
Cool. Thanks, Mel.
So stay right there, Rotorua. We're going to be right back with our station manager, Wayne Douglas. Kia ora, Rotorua. Thank you very much for joining us once again, and it is a real pleasure now for me to interview the man who got me into this industry, Wayne Douglas, sitting here next to me. If you haven't seen him already, which I doubt that's the case, he's the manager here up at TV Rotorua. Wayne, let's go back to the beginning, Wayne, when you joined TV Rotorua. Talk about that for a second.
3 years ago now, in April it was. Came down from up north with my wife and decided that this particular job was the right one. I'd been talking to Daryl Anderson, our CEO, for quite some time, and I'd known him for a long time as a workmate but also as a friend. And he said to me one day, Rotorua's open. I said, oh, okay. So we thought about it and looked at the whole prospect, and it was a natural progression for us really to come here and be part of this awesome organisation.
And therefore be a part of our community.
Yeah, I think that one of the things when I first arrived was the fact that, and it kept coming to me almost daily, was that the mandate was to serve the community, to acknowledge people that don't get coverage, acknowledge organisations that don't get a mention, don't get coverage. And while we are closing for reasons we'll get into, obviously, that's still on my heart, that there's so many people out there that need local colour.
So TV Rotorua has been going strong now for 8 years, and we're finally coming to a close. Talk through what's going on in your mind.
Well, it's in my mind, but it's also in my heart. I have to be perfectly honest with you. I'm gonna miss it. I don't know what I'm going to be doing next. Or yes, I do actually. On the short term, I'm going to have a bit of a break, which will be quite nice, because it's been a busy time for the whole team, including myself. But the closure aspect is something we've kind of not seen the writing on the wall, but we've seen, including the staff, we've seen things being a matter of survival. The funding that's not out there for regional broadcasting and local colour. And again, because of the changing face of TV viewing, I've got to say that. Everyone's on a phone or a tablet now, and there's Netflix, there's all sorts of on-demand type situations. It's all changing. And the saddest part for me is the fact that along with those changes, local colour is gradually dissipating, and I think that's in itself a tragedy. But
absolutely, it is. Yeah. Now I know that. Just one last thing we're going to cover now is that feedback from the community is that they're losing a very valuable asset. So is there anything, just for your last word on TV Rotorua, what would you like to add?
Well, I think really just straight down the barrel, for those of you at home, I want to just thank you for your support. This is kind of hard actually. There's been a core group of regular viewers and regular supporters of TV Rotorua, without whom we would not be where we are today even. But thank you. I'd like to say watch this space, but unfortunately it's difficult with that. Thank you for your support, and we hope that the relationships that we've built with people like you will continue.
Steve Chadwick, Mayor of Rotorua, and it's with sadness today that I will be broadcasting for the last time with TV Rotorua. I've loved our relationship with local television, TV Rotorua. To the team of TV Rotorua, you've done a wonderful service, and I know that you've done it on very limited resources, but you have been everywhere. And as the mayor of this fabulous city, I see it. Everywhere I go, there's someone from TV Rotorua running along to catch yet another story of this beautiful place. I do want to be slightly serious about the loss of regional television in New Zealand. We valued regional television and local TV Rotorua for telling our stories, a council that had to change and build confidence with our community. And this has been a medium that has been so useful for us, both on our website, but also as broadcast live, that has been picked up from people in their rooms and in their hotels, and have fed back to me. Oh, I saw Councillor so-and-so the other day talking about their portfolio. I'm not sure how we're going to do this next and fill this gap, but I can assure those in Rotorua that those stories that are rich for the telling remain there and are growing, and we're going to have to find a way as a council on the move to make sure that our stories still get broadcast. So well done, TV Rotorua. You've given us amazing service. You've been so flexible for us when we've wanted to put another job onto you, and you've been so easy to work with, sensitive, knowing where to probe, knowing how to get the best out of some of us who are not media savvy or broadcasting savvy, and you've managed to get stories out of every one of us, the councillors in the team with their portfolios, and that's been because of your style. That's a Rotorua style. That's something that we're going to be so sad to lose. But haere TV Rotorua, go well to all the skilled proponents of your broadcasting expertise, and I'm sure we'll see you around in another shape and form.
Thank you for the contribution that the TV Rotorua has made to the community, and right from the very beginning it was always positioned itself as a service to the community, so I think that needs to be acknowledged. And certainly, and I know in working with the team over the years, it's been a wonderful experience for me. Certainly having the opportunity to profile the events that I've been involved in professionally, and more particularly the community events that I've been involved in over almost 20 years. So sad to see TV Rotorua closing, but wishing everyone all the best, and obviously big thanks and the best of everything to the team as they move on from here. Could I also say that, and I think for the whole of Ngāti Whakaue, that it's been a wonderful relationship that we've had with TV Rotorua, in particular the services that you provided to enable Ngāti Whakaue to move forward, whether it's a sad occasion, for instance the death of Sir Howard, very high profile event, but through you we've been able to bring it to the wider local community, and certainly other occasions like that where we've been able not only to mourn our losses but to celebrate our as well. You were at the whakanuia that we had last year, and other Ngāti Whakaue and Te Aroa events. So a big mihi and a big best of all, everything to the team at TV Rotorua.
Kia ora, thank you. I am Mary Beth Akers. I'm the manager of the Arts Village, which is run by the Rotorua Arts Village Trust. We're very sad to hear that TV Rotorua will be closing in its current form. We've really appreciated all of the time and the amazing storytelling that's happened through TV Rotorua. I think it's touched a lot of lives and shared a lot of important stories, and we are sad to hear the news, and wish everybody at TV Rotorua all the best.
I'm very saddened by the news that I heard on Friday, and Mel, look, the chamber chats are something that we've looked forward to here. Certainly the chamber coming from the position we were in last year where our profile needed a lift, and TV Rotorua certainly gave us that lift, and you guys have covered all of our events. We really do enjoy the smiley faces and the contact with you and your team. So you will be missed. I know you've done great work in the community, and I know the community will miss you. And we're all saddened at the news, but I guess a business decision was made, and we wish you all the best. And hope that you have bright futures.
Thanks a lot, TV Rotorua. You've been great. You've been a great support to our business, both out at O'Kerry Falls and the library store, and we'll miss you guys. Hope you can reinvent yourself in another way.
Obviously, we've been well supported by TV Rotorua. Some of our clients have been across to the station and have learnt some valued skills across there, and definitely developed some interests. So a huge thank you.
I will really miss TV Rotorua very much, and I hope you will have better other things, and it's really much appreciated. I really enjoyed having you guys there, and yeah. It's pretty sad though.
It is pretty sad. It's been an absolute pleasure to work with you guys, and thank you so much for giving us the opportunity, and it's just been wonderful. And we like having a look at ourselves on the screen, and it's been great to bring back some interviews and things and share them with the guys. So we're sorry to see you go, but good luck for the future, and thanks for letting us be part of your organisation. Really cool, thank you.
Well, we have been involved for a long time with TV Rotorua, and it was a bit of a shock this morning when I found out that you were going, but I think that one of the values of TV Rotorua has been the support that you've given to the activities that we've had going on, and it's given us an opportunity and a different medium for getting our message out there about the library and reading books and all the good things that happen here.
I felt so sad when I read in the paper the other night that we're not going to have a TV channel here, and I just still a bit gobsmacked. I think we recently had a wee spot on your TV program, and it was wonderful. We got some lovely feedback from it, and was kind of looking forward to the next time we were going to have one, but it's not to be. But yeah, I wish you all the very best, and hopefully they might rethink in the future.
Well, I too am very sad. You've been such a fantastic facility for the community, and watching you guys grow the same as my students. You were also friends of the Rotorua Hospitality Awards. We started off from little beginnings, and now we're just flying with the awards. And thank you for being a part of our team as well, and our supporters. Really, really special. You guys are so special. I'm so saddened by the news. Such a waste. And I wish you all the very best for the future.
I'm just mortified. I'm personally very, very sad. I'm deeply, deeply moved and grateful for the support that TV Rotorua have given hospice, and you're going to be dearly, dearly missed. And I just wish you all huge blessings, and I wish you well in what you all do, all of you. You're all wonderful people, so supportive and really friendly as well. So thank you. A deep gratitude from all the team here at Hospice and all the patients and their families and whānau. God bless you all.
As this is our final City News broadcast, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of our City News sponsors who have invested in our production and vision. I'd like to offer a big personal thanks to the sponsors who have made me look presentable, the girls at Lush Hair and Beauty and Bella V Makeup. Thank you to the members of our community who have supported and encouraged us, who have been interviewed and shared their stories. It's our community that has inspired us. The entire team have loved the opportunity to inform on news, issues and events in our wonderful city. From all the team here at City News, he kono mai I roto I ngā mihi Rotorua. For the final time, ko mai e Rotorua.
supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.
City News on TV Rotorua was proudly brought to you by Trade Central.